Dick, we are really happy about the way the bonus episode turned out this week. For this week's bonus episode, I brought in a recording of her.
Yeah.
Accosting me in the streets, in the public. It's a really fun episode, guys. Here's just a little preview. I just want to play this.
I thought you were going the other way. I thought you lived over here. Some more, you motherfucker.
What are you gonna do about that lady?
So check it out. It's on the main page. If you go to Dick, are you kidding me? I specifically explained, I elaborated what I was talking about with the penis injury, like a lever. And I specifically enumerated the types of rude people that are the solution. Yeah. No, it is funny, Dick. Not by my own words, but look, man, that's irrelevant. Bunch of fucking crybabies. They don't like it when the mirror turns around on them, do they? They don't like it when that extrospection turns and becomes introspection, don't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, 300 pages over the years, and that's not even counting the
2 pages
countless
a year.
No, because they're so entitled, Dick.
How does that come out?
He doesn't. I mean, I don't know, man. I know the audience. I keep in mind the audience that I'm working with, right? Every single one of these podcasts is edited. It's edited for clarity. It's edited for I take out verbal tics. In fact, I stutter during that sentence. I'll probably cut that out too.
I cut out a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you don't cut out nearly as much.
Oh no,
though.
I never edit for content.
Yeah. Completely, what's the word? Disposable. To use them because they're so ubiquitous. You can't be on the internet today without Facebook and Twitter. You have to have those services. Who writes and creates content online. Right. But they also, a lot of them are accused of rape. Countless
What?
Vine stars. Yeah, so many Vine stars are accused of rape. So he took a plea deal and then he started talking shit about her immediately on Twitter. And then she sounds like an awful person too. She claimed she was raped while she was asleep and had a concussion while they were dating, and he came over and supposedly raped her while she had a concussion.
She had a concussion?
Yeah, but then she went on to make a whole bunch of vines about it and kind of raked in the popularity, and then decided not to press charges supposedly. I mean, look, man, you're letting this potential rapist go loose, and you're still talking about it online. Like, what? You can't have both. You can't try to publicly shame this guy and then not press charges and put him behind bars, because if this guy's a rapist, he should be locked up so no one else gets raped, right?
Yeah.
And if he's not, then why are you talking about it?
To be fair, he only lasted 6 seconds.
Oh my gosh, Sean.
Yeah, but that's you're jumping around a lot. The disposable nature of Vine is what makes it popular and interesting.
Dick, you roped me into this. You bullied me into defending Vine or arguing against Vine. I'm not going to argue against Vine.
Oh, it's just the stars. Well, you said it was a disrespectful platform. You said the platform was inherently disrespectful. So what the fuck do you want me to say?
Because, Dick, that was part of building my case that Vine stars.
It's just Vine stars.
Vine stars is my problem. Vine stars. And I was telling you that that part of the problem is the nature of the platform may attract people like this because they have no regard for the audience. They have no regard for their art form.
That guy had to get spoons. That was some preparation.
No. Yeah, he had to walk into his kitchen. Yeah. These guys don't have any regard. They're entitled assholes.
What do you mean they don't have any regard?
Any regard for their audience.
You don't think they want their audience to like what they're doing?
Well, I don't. I think that at some point they probably did, but once they got to a certain popularity level, they have to produce content on a regular schedule because they get sponsorships and endorsement deals.
Yeah.
So they are no longer just creating art. They're no longer just creating stuff because they want to. They're doing it specifically to meet a schedule by some sponsor, some advertiser. That's all it is.
Which is a description of like all music. every label requires their artists to put out a certain number of songs in a certain amount of time.
Dick, there's an entire genre of music that specifically that counters your argument just now. The indie scene. The indie scene is specifically counter to that.
Well, you brought up sponsors. I'm telling you, as soon as sponsors are involved, you have to stay on a schedule.
No, specifically with Vine, they want them to produce content constantly.
Yeah.
But with
Doesn't
music,
YouTube want you to continue producing shows?
Yeah, and I
on
don't.
a schedule?
I don't. That's
Oh.
my April Fool's video last year was kind of a fuck you to YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
How's
they have the YouTube best practices playbook that says always release content on a schedule. Release
Right.
it, set your schedule, put it up at the top of your banner on your page. Say every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to release content on the schedule. So that's what they want me to do. And as a fuck you to them, I made that video where I said, "Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe on every third Thursday of the month, and then every Tuesday I'm going to do this, and every Saturday morning I'm going to do a new prank video." That was my big fuck you, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe that schedules necessarily put out the best content, necessarily bring out the best in people.
Well, what if it does?
Well, I mean,
Is that the Vine Stars' fault? I'm asking, what is it? I'm trying to find out what it is about them that makes them so entitled. I don't know these people. They just seem like kids. I thank God ubiquitous technology was not around when we were kids.
Right.
Because I have no idea what would exist of me at that age.
Right.
I was a little asshole. So now you got a bunch of little assholes who can record anything all the time, and they throw it up on Vine.
because Dick, again, I'm just repeating myself. They make lots of money. They're millionaires.
I didn't know that. You didn't mention that.
Yeah, they're millionaires. These
didn't know
kids
that.
are millionaires. Yeah, they're millionaires. You don't think it's an entitled attitude to rape somebody?
I don't know how many of them are being rapists or Vine stars. That one kid?
There's that one kid has been accused, but there's multiple. There's been multiple accounts, and I've been to VidCon. I went to a VidCon, and almost every single VidCon that occurs, you hear a story about one of these 15-year-old Vine stars or one of these, even a YouTube star. They'll meet a fan who's too drunk, and then they take him back to their room and have their way with them, and then they get off the hook. You know, they're entitled pricks. That's my problem with these guys.
All right.
Yeah, they're entitled pricks. They're just awful people. The Vine
You seem really upset by them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've never thought of Vine stars before this conversation.
Yeah, you've never met one.
No.
Yeah, Vine stars are the worst. There's exceptions, of course, but for the most part, they're awful people. And their fans are just bees. They're bees.
What do you mean?
They're all workers in the hive.
Of what? I assume they were kids.
Yeah, I mean the mentality is they have a hive mind. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the hive mind? Like whatever they say is funny?
Yeah, they follow along. I've seen them. When I was at VidCon, I saw some of these Vine stars walk into a room, and the entire room was just filled with 12 and 13-year-old girls who are screaming their minds out.
Yeah.
Almost like the Beatles were walking into the
that's what I was
room. They were
thinking.
crying, they were fainting. The Vine stars were being rushed by these girls who were ripping their clothes off, literally.
Wow.
And I stopped looking at the Vine stars. First of all, I can't recognize any of them. I looked in there, and I even looked them up online. I thought, where the fuck is this fame coming from? Because I see the videos, and they're just not funny. They're the lame. It's like the Satan butthole joke, which you thought was hilarious.
Well, it made me chuckle
Sure.
for what it is.
Then you're its demo, man. I don't. What can I say? But these their fans seem like awful people, and the Vine stars seem like awful people.
Yeah, I want to see you take these people down. Then,
Yeah.
if you could put more work into.
I mean, I may,
videos.
I may create a Vine at some point. Actually, I may create a Vine channel at some point. But
No, it would to put out a 6-second video. It would take you too long.
you
Stick
think
to the
so?
format.
Yeah.
Yeah, stick to the format that works.
Yeah. Anyway, Dick, that's my problem. What's your problem this week? Well, the BBC did, Dick. It sounds like the BBC did their internal investigation, but then didn't find. They apparently did find some evidence that supported these claims. Right, this story, this narrative.
Oh,
They just didn't disclose it.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So this guy punched one of his employees, and I mean, it seems. I feel like even the most far-flung, the most far, the biggest fans of the show are saying, yeah, the guy should have gotten fired. like them in spite of the racist and homophobic things that they say, in spite of the rape that they've been found with.
Don't compare me to rape.
No.
All I'm saying is I'm supporting a world where you might get roughed up if you fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't care. Doesn't bother me.
Yep, these are the Vine fans, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care that this guy's accused of rape. I don't care that...
This isn't rape. I'm not condoning rape.
I don't care that this guy's racist or he... This episode, I said that the G word is now censored.
Television fees. If you... Okay. Do you know how they collect the fee?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. Let me get to that.
First of all, the conservatives are being fed those talking points by their ideologue leaders, right? They're thought leaders like the Bill O'Reillys and the Rush Limbaughs. Balanced news from the BBC or PBS.
Do I think you can get balanced news from the PBC?
A PBS or a BBC?
What do you mean? Do you think it's possible?
Yeah.
Of course.
Clean news source that is non political.
Well, that's controlled by the state. Don't forget that.
So sometimes that may come across as we're jumping on his lines.
I like to give him time to think.
Yeah.
Like when you put him on the spot, and then sometimes you'll just like keep talking, so you'll have like a second to put your thoughts together.
Yeah, it happens slowly a lot of the time.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, I think you've made my point.
Yeah. I gotta pee.